We know what this book can summon. A mere mage shouldn't use it. Are you aware of what happens to those who dare to summon the Archfiend Sovereign? Fiendish flames! Curse mine enemies! Burn their spirit and bones! Incinerate their body and obliterate their essence! Who are you? Ugh! A body that cannot die. A monster such as herself wishes to summon a fiend to enter the sacred core. You're already immortal! Why would you rewrite your fate?
used your blood as bait. I hope you're prepared to become my feast. However, answering these summons, it's a first for me. You're the one who awakened me. Shall I give you a chance to resist? An amateur's trick. This is how you should do it. An immortal, you have some worth. But this ends now. Your blood. It tastes better than I expected. All right, you can command me. Until your blood and power fulfill my desire. Speak. What do you want me to do for you? Shall I capture 10,000 magical beasts and extract their energy? Or perhaps you need my aid to overthrow a kingdom? This place is so desolate that even ghosts would avoid it. But it seems you have visitors. Are you famous? It's not even amusing in the slightest.
You're the one who killed the fire mage?
Are you insane? You put on a spectacle to summon me. Also, you could order me to crush some insects. How ridiculous. Yes, I did. Please allow me to finish that sentence. You can command me. Though whether or not I obey depends on my mood.
I expected Sylus to be more impressive. I guess the Fallen's Pact is nothing more than a nonsensical legend.
The summoner determines one's reputation. You are nothing but a nameless mage. Hmm? Your logic is sound, clever, even.
The stars have shifted, and the most powerful mages across Sylus have gathered in Velmir. They're waiting for the sacred core to manifest. Accompanied by a fiend, you shall be a target everyone will fight against. And you still hope to enter the sacred core to rewrite fate? Your dreams are...
You summoned me to enter the sacred core. You're no different from those other mages, rewriting fate. How boring. I'm tired. I need to rest. Don't tell me you actually think the Underworld's fiends have miserable, wretched lives. Only humans tolerate suffering. Fiends don't have the appetite for it. You're wearing your thoughts on your face, my lady. No wonder you lost to other mages. Then I hope you'll treat me well. Bring us your most expensive wines and dishes. All of them.
Yes, sir.
Your tomes are correct about the blood part. I have to make it special. This is our first dinner. To you, Miss Mage. And to our last dinner. I told you, to command me you need sufficient power and desires to satisfy my appetite. Your power and talent exceed those of ordinary humans, yet your desire is as banal as the other mages. The desire to enter the sacred core can't even provide a modicum to satisfy me. The underworld has plenty of fiends you could summon. I've defeated those weaklings, but they're sufficient for dealing with mages. Shall I create a list for you? Go ahead. Let us see who's the hooligan here. Didn't you want me to be sober? Since I still have some patience, you have one last chance to make a rational choice. If you wish to know of matters more absurd than death, I'll grant your wish.
Sir, miss, it's getting late. Other guests need to rest.
Of course. We'll finish this quickly. Shh. I'm certain there are quite a few mages staying here. I wouldn't be surprised if their destination is Velmure. Unless you want to expose yourself at this very moment. What a shame. I've already gotten my fill of entertainment. Did you honestly believe this meager linkage magic could restrain me? I wonder why you didn't think about the fate of that tome's author. Do I look like I care? You won't perish before my eyes. Farewell, Miss Mage. May we never meet again. Impossible. It's not a normal connection. Where did you learn this forbidden spell? You look pleased with yourself. I shall temporarily withdraw my previous statement. Being summoned by you might not be that boring. I'm hungry. I haven't been fed since I was summoned, and the energy I've expended is astronomical. I planned to go out to feed. Alas, I can't leave. I doubt you want to command a weakened fiend. I'll respect your decision, Miss Mage. Just so you're aware, I like the taste of your blood. It's been so long since I've tasted blood that satisfied me this much. Thank you for your generous hospitality.
At last, I have the honor of meeting you. Welcome home, Countess. As per the instructions in your letter, I hired servants to clean the premises and buy the necessary provisions. It's a shame this magnificent manor was empty for a long time. It's wonderful that you've decided to claim your inheritance, my lady. Your lineage is unmistakable, my lady. You're the spitting image of your mother and grandmother.
You're pretending to be your entire lineage by yourself? You've outdone yourself.
Please forgive my negligence. May I ask who this gentleman is?
I'm her husband. You may address me as Count Sylus.
My apologies, my lady. You didn't mention your marriage in your letter. I thought... I shall prepare the necessities for the Count at once.
I only said one sentence. You were going to say that I was your fiancé, yes? What sort of noblewoman allows her fiancé to stay in her bedroom from sunrise to moonset? Velmir won't stop speaking of your name before sundown. But if that's what you want, then it's not too late to change our story. Have you decided? Should I be your fiancé or your husband? It's settled then, my dearest wife. As you wish, my lovely wife.
Do you like this?
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah? Okay.
The next item in our collection has been salvaged from shipwreck relics. Here is a tortoiseshell incense box with relief carvings. Based on the engravings at the bottom of the box, this appears to be a precious treasure used by a previous dynasty's empress. Remarkably, it still retains traces of its original fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, which one of you would like to acquire this? The starting price is 8,000 silver. Please place your bids. Don't forget, the distinguished guest who acquires an item may invite their partner to lead the next dance.
For Daria, my beautiful daughter, I'm willing to offer 10,000 silver.
15,000 silver! It's for my beloved Miss Ariella.
I didn't expect there to be this many mages present at a ball. We all have the same goal.
Of course. The nobles only consider Night's Whispers to be a poetry collection left behind by Sir Saren. They forgot that he was the greatest archmage in Sylus' history. He was the last one who...
Shh! Lower your voice. Mages are already competitive enough as it is. We don't need nobles to increase the price because of their obsession with being refined, cultured individuals.
So, that's why you're enduring a boring social gathering. What does the poetry collection say about the sacred core? It's a shame I'm not a fiend you summoned to blindly follow orders. If you won't tell me, I'll find out through socializing. Perfect. The nobles here believe a count and countess who have returned from foreign lands are intriguing. One must be evil to know another villain. Oh? I'm assuming you met him then. Did you lose to him? Is that why you missed your chance to enter the sacred core? I guess the mages believe he wrote a prophecy that tells of the sacred core's next appearance. Your goals are all so banal, but my curiosity is piqued, I admit. How do you plan to outbid these mages? I see. I've underestimated your intelligence, Countess.
The next item is a fragment from a poetry collection written by Sir Saren. It's called Night's Whispers. He was more famous as a mage. Several of his poems circulated in a royal court. The starting price is 1,000 silver. Please place your bids.
$5,000 silver.
10,000 silver.
I am willing to offer 20,000 silver!
I didn't expect so many to have a great interest in a poetry collection. The latest bid was 60,000 silver. Would anyone like to place a higher bid?
Did someone open a window? Where is this breeze coming from?
My lady, why don't you tell me when something catches your fancy? You wouldn't need to be so stressed.
Here's a hint for all of you. The next dance is called Moonshadow Waltz. For those of you who are interested in being the lead dancer with their partner, this is your final opportunity. 60,000 silver!
Since you earnestly made a request for my services.
Sir, what's wrong?
What's happening? Someone has fainted?
Quick! Call for a physician!
I shall abide by your wishes. You asked for my assistance, yet you're unhappy with my methods. I didn't kill him. That's already being discreet.
Sir Saren's poetry collection for 60,000 silver. 60,000 silver going once, going twice.
100,000 silver.
Did you say 100,000 silver? Sir...
I'm Count Sylus, and I am willing to pay 100,000 silver. Since you've been compromised, I might as well buy it legitimately. I thought you were the wealthy one here. As your husband, I need to prove myself worthy.
100,000 silver! Sold! Congratulations to Count Sylus on acquiring Night's Whispers.
This little stone should be sufficient.
Velmur hasn't seen a noble spend so lavishly in quite some time. I heard only mages have an interest in this poetry collection. Could you be one as well?
I'm sorry. I'm unaware of their strange curiosities. The story is what caught my eye. Supposedly, this archmage witnessed the death of his lover in his youth, and she was a poet. Before she died, she left behind a blank page in her manuscript and asked him to complete it for her. Thus, on that same night every year, he used forbidden magic to send a newly written page of poetry to his lover, until they formed a complete collection. These pages are his lover's epitaph. Beneath frozen tears' firmament, the rose in the mist eternally sleeps. Her petals bloom with the illusion's blood. She guides those marked by destiny to a place where none dare to venture.
I didn't know the poetry collection concealed a beautiful tragedy. It's the first time I've heard of it.
I was only made aware of the tale a few days ago, yet I knew I had to obtain it. Regardless of the price I must pay, I needed to give it to my wife. My lady, we have only tasted the beginning of marriage's joys. However, my commitment to spend my lifetime with you surpasses life itself.
I believe the Count wishes to extend an invitation to his wife for the next dance.
My dearest wife, would you be so kind as to dance with me? I came up with the fantasy myself. It happened decades ago. No one remembers it anymore. People will believe anything you tell them. Mirrors in this world cannot reflect beings from the underworld. Are you afraid they'll discover my existence? To these people, I shouldn't exist. Curious. A mage compared herself to a fiend. Don't let your mood be so easily affected. Remember, we're still in someone else's mansion. Our actions at this ball will become the gossip passed between guests. Is fighting your husband who gave you a precious item a wise choice?
By tomorrow morning, the tale of your loving devotion will be known throughout Velmure.
Today's ball was truly memorable. Once we're home, we'll savor it for a long time. Wouldn't you agree, my beloved?
We shall take our leave. I hope you'll rest well.
Me? A traitor? I wouldn't refer to it as a betrayal, let alone insubordination. I suggest you call it a test. You must endure these sorts of trials if you want me to stay. And to serve you, I must confirm your true capabilities. You're so cautious for a simple duel, and you desire to enter the sacred core. I could destroy all those portraits in that case. We can say your ancestors' spirits appeared at midnight for a family reunion. Neither of us are dead. I suppose we'll continue this at another time. I'm hungry. Let me drink from you. I can't drink blood and the couch isn't comfortable. You either let me dine or allow me to rest well tonight. Don't look back. You're already awake. I guess yesterday didn't leave you that exhausted.
My lady, may I come in to clean?
What kind of threat is that? You're not the only one with flesh and blood.
My lady, when I was arranging the bed before, I was worried you and the Count...
My lady, my lord, this is a painter who specializes in aristocratic portraits. The central part of the Great Hall cannot remain empty.
My lady, please send a loving gaze to the Count. My lord, you may hold the Countess more closely.
My lady, you have my permission to lean on me if you're tired. In such a landscape, it's kill or be killed. I don't believe it suits our marriage. After all, not even death can sever our bond.
I can feel the passion in your gaze alone. It's rare to paint a lively couple. I will ensure your portrait captures your essence perfectly.
You're well acquainted with it. Living a long life does have its perks, I see. Oh, your arrogance is second to none. Let's go. Between freedom and hunger, you'll have to satisfy at least one. Don't let it affect you. It's been infused with energy and appears to contain a seal. It won't open. We'll need to utilize a specific method.
You won't escape this time!
I thought you'd be more secretive after succeeding at the auction. I didn't think you'd be so proud that you couldn't hide yourself properly.
I can't help myself, my lady. Your fight with them was too captivating. We won't know until we try. Why don't you go down there with me? And see which of us is truly useless then. Ah, so we were arguing. Is that a threat or an invitation? As you wish, my dearest wife. Your furrowed brow reminds me of an intricate glyph. Can you blame me, though? I haven't eaten in days. If this continued, the Archfiend's sovereign would have become the sovereign of hunger. Your blood is special. One sip is worth half their lives. But since you're unwilling, I'll have to make do. Not necessarily. You're too slow. Weren't you willing to do whatever it takes to enter the sacred core? Yet you worry about strangers. Countless people wish to rewrite their lives. You're not the first. Nor will you be the last. Are you trying to say we'll compromise? Your offer for a truce is more sincere than I expected. An agreement this important needs a proper acknowledgement. Hold on tight. Has anyone ever told you that after you cast spells, you radiate a unique warmth? It corresponds to your energy. If I'm the only one, that's even better. The warmth of a spell's embers on your skin is enchanting. I flew across half the city while carrying you. Even fiends know what exhaustion is. As we've discussed before, formal agreements require a proper acknowledgement to be finalized. Since you've agreed, let's sign it. With my power, you shall tear open fate's gates, and with your blood, I'll maintain my invincible form. The moonlight will be our witness on this night, at this hour. When the roses bloom again, will you remember who I am now? So long as our souls remain unchanged, we'll surely recognize each other. You're awake? You slept so soundly last night that I couldn't wake you up. If I wasn't a kind gentleman who carried you back to your room, you'd be sunbathing on the roof. Worry not. When I walked in, I told the housekeeper that you were exhausted from dancing. No one will suspect anything. I'm honored.
Did you have any strange dreams last night, my lady? I dreamed of a path covered in roses, and when I woke up, I held a rose petal in my hand. I can't remember. The path was hidden in a heavy mist, and everything was blurry.
Do you believe this refers to the sacred core? Is he truly kind-hearted to show later generations the path to the sacred core? This could be him mocking people like you. Rather than concern yourself with whether or not I'm like you should focus on searching for the clues about the sacred core.
Marquis Swain passed away from an illness several days ago. My lady, my lord, you attended a ball he hosted when you first arrived in Belmure. Do you remember? They say his heart stopped beating. Such tragedies aren't uncommon, yet everyone believes it's connected to the ominous mist. All the nobles are desperately inviting mages to divine their fate and extend their lifespans. If my lady and my lord wish it, I can arrange for one to visit you.
My lady, my lord, today's steak is selected from the healthiest calves raised on farms outside the city. It's been seared at a low temperature with herb butter. If the Count doesn't find it beneath him, please, do try it.
It's not bad.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and prepare the dessert.
What is it? Perhaps. I've been drinking too much of my wife's blood and was infected with the consumption.
It's from Duke Bass. His Grace has invited you to a hunt. My lady, you may not be aware, but ever since the blood mist descended, extremely rare animals have appeared in the royal hunting grounds outside the city.
Oh. How rare are they exactly?
They say deer with silver horns and pheasants exhibiting golden feathers were spotted, and they've only been depicted in books. All the noble families are competing to hunt them.
Since His Grace gave us an invitation, there's no reason for us to refuse. Besides, my lady should acquire new attire. A custom hunting outfit should do.
Look, there's a deer with white markings.
Is that a peacock? There are wild peacocks here?
I guess none of these creatures are your actual targets. Are there any tomes you haven't read? You're a walking sacred core encyclopedia. I sense it. Let's follow it.
It's not yours!
You'll be unable to obtain anything with this speed. I already knew that. The real spellcaster is hiding amongst them. Attack with me. These people severely underestimated the connection between a husband and wife. What do you say, my lady? Your body.
She can't move. Here's our chance.
I can't kill them all when the linkage is limiting me. They need to come closer. Want to drain my energy? Pay for it with your blood.
Fiend! It's a fiend who drinks blood!
Drink. You don't have a choice. Lean on me. We'll leave this place. A little more. Breathe. You're doing well. Welcome home, Countess. Of course, this is my home. I could use another descriptor. Welcome to the underworld, Miss Mage. They would have to drink my blood. Here's your clue. In your current pitiful state, you shouldn't be running around willy-nilly. Since it was prey that caught your interest, my lady, I naturally couldn't let it escape. I'll admit, it's peculiar. I've never seen a magical creature that can freely travel between the human world and the underworld before. When it happens, what you're looking for might reveal itself. But your weakness has been exposed. Those mages won't give you a moment to breathe anymore. If you leave now, you'll be walking into death's sweet embrace. I have welcomed you from the very beginning. Now that you're staying, let's help you become acquainted with our home, my lady. They're nothing more than trophies. Opponents I've defeated here, mages who tried to summon me only to die. I always keep one item from each of them as a souvenir. Your sense of humor never fails to delight me. Even if this is a graveyard, it's been deathly quiet for a long time. I've run out of rivals in the underworld. There are no fiends who dare to challenge me. And I can count the mages who survived long enough to complete the summoning ritual on one hand in the past century. So, I'm bored. We'll discuss that after you're dead. It's a pity that the underworld and the human world lack individuals like you who appreciate it. It seems my sense of humor is destined to only entertain you. Can you play it? That's normal. No one has ever played it. You should read less nonsense. A graveyard. You're not the only one who wants to rewrite fate. And there are other timelines with people such as yourself. Have you ever wondered where those discarded fates go? Established cause and effect cannot vanish into thin air. A place must receive these fragments erased from various timelines. When enough fragments accumulate, they form ruins. The underworld is a fate's graveyard. The magnetic field here is too chaotic. Your body isn't strong enough to stay outside for too long. Only being quiet isn't enough. You'll recover faster here. You only require blood now. There's no need for regular meals anymore. How troublesome. You're fortunate. In the underworld, my abode is the only one where human food can still be found. It's 100 years old. It's fresh compared to you. Are you going to eat it or not? No. It's because I'm giving you this meal, so I can feast properly later. You're confident about your status. Is that why you wish to enter the sacred core? You want to rewrite your fate to escape eternal torment. That's one more thing we share, for better or worse. I don't remember how I arrived here. Sometimes, I think the underworld's fiends are simply people abandoned by fate. Since they're not embraced by it, they're free from the mortal world's moral constraints. They only live for their desires. I suppose when I defeated a fiend, I'd momentarily feel the zenith of pleasure. That's why I spent most of my time becoming the ruler of the underworld. But pleasure has always been fleeting. After the rapture passes, all that remains is longer periods of emptiness. Must there be a reason? This might be the only place where I've seen a pipe organ. It's the only object that feels familiar to me. When did it bloom? You've barely recovered, and yet you've already forgotten what happens when outside energies affect you. Are you certain your orders still work in my territory? In this place, I'll only abide by them once. In a dream? A mirror image. The sacred core's messenger is similar to an ominous sign. It deserves a fiend's name.
Huh?
We'll call him Mephisto. You're bringing an invasive plant species into my territory. Since when did you start believing in these things? And you had a beautiful dream. Tell me about it. Perhaps I might also start believing. I can believe I'm basking in the sun. Hmm? All right. You don't need to restrain yourself. Since we're the same now, why don't we make an exchange? Indulge yourself to your heart's content, my dearest wife. Give it to me. Did I wake you? You can sleep some more. Indeed. You're already bored of this place? Or you have a rare hobby for repairing pipe organs? Ah, yes. You do something of that nature. Why don't you do that? I don't remember. It seems like I was born with it. Is it banal? How can you hear it if you're dead? Many nobles at the royal hunting grounds witnessed me kill the mages. They also watched you drink my blood before we vanished. This is the price for summoning Sylus. You have no attachment to this world? No. The same. I like that. You've used most of your energy. Do you want a sip? So many mages are handing themselves over on a silver platter. I get to enjoy a feast every day. You haven't been honest with me either. Am I mistaken? If you still want to enter the sacred core, then bite me. Isn't it our ritual? If bearing a curse is your fate, then rewriting that is part of your destiny. Fate isn't the only answer. After all, I never believed in it. If fate demands your suffering, then I will destroy it. No matter the cost, this shall be the price I pay. Isn't it odd? The buildings are weathered and old, yet the sculptures appear as though they were crafted days ago. Regardless of what it is, the fact that a trap was set means we're close to the answer. Oh, it's not a weakling. Get behind me. What a shame. We almost died. Since this is what you want, let's continue. What is it? I know. You're eager to bid farewell. You don't want me to see the sacred core? All right then. I wasn't even the slightest bit interested. Should I offer my blessings for your inevitable death? I wish that you'll be free from curses and live an ordinary life without any sort of suffering. Or should I wish for us to never meet again? This is what you consider a proper farewell. It won't be long before I'm forgotten. But what makes you think I'll forget you? You're speaking as if you know what I desire. You gave me another order. Is this the final testament you want to give me?
At long last, a prisoner of the Sacred Core has arrived. You've discovered that this is a lie. The Sacred Core could never rewrite fate. It's merely a vessel that devours the strongest souls. All mages who enter the Sacred Core sacrifice their souls. Now it's your turn.
The linkage between us cannot be severed. What about you? Have you resigned yourself to your fate? Didn't you say you'd rewrite it? Yet as we speak, you're willing to become a sacrifice? Oh, it's too powerful? Have you forgotten? You're not an ordinary mage. You're the mage who summoned Sylus. If you're willing to pay the price, then nothing is immovable. Not even fate. What? This matter is merely more absurd than death. I never intended to go back. Aren't two shells that lost their souls still the same? Why are you crying? If our fates were different, how can we truly be the same? I have no regrets. Your past self died as your pain disappeared. Starting from this day, everything that happens will be our shared fate. We'll spend the rest of our lives together. There's only one thing I fear. I found the person whom I want to spend the rest of my life with. Yet, I'm afraid our life together has started too late. But you didn't stay. You kept your promise. It's the perfect place to mark the beginning of our life together. The very start of the rest of our lives. Indeed. Our lives now have a beginning and an end. The boundaries are distinct. And we'll renovate an abandoned fortress and turn it into a temporary home. Then I'll pick up some yellowed sheet music while we're there. We'll find a place with a pipe organ so I can listen to you play. I could sing. Then we'll need to buy one that's sturdy enough to sail to the ends of the planet. I don't care where we go. I only want to sit with you on the mast and watch the moon rise. Haven't we argued enough already? Maybe our reason shall be simpler. So simple, in fact, that they'll be about a dish's seasoning. But our arguments will always end quickly because I'll prioritize your happiness. For example, I could make you a wooden bird that caws. If that's what you want. Perhaps we'll be old when we return. We only need to choose each other to rewrite fate. It's a simple matter. Don't look back. When the roses bloom again, will you remember who I am now? So long as our souls remain unchanged, we'll surely recognize. Are you awake? Some time has passed, yes. However, those people haven't found this place yet. I didn't want to wake you. Were you dreaming? No wonder you wouldn't wake up. Looking back, it has been a long time. Finding a temporary home, hunting for old sheet music, going out to sea, making a wooden bird named Mephisto. It's easier to remember matters that actually happened. We've already spent most of our remaining lives together.
The fiend and evil mage have nowhere to run. This place will be their grave.
Once we kill them, this sacred core will manifest again. Sylus will be ushered into the divine light.
May the divine light bless Sylus! May the divine light bless Sylus!
They're beyond redemption. Are you scared? If that's not what you want, then we'll live our lives differently. You know very well I don't believe in fate. I only believe in decisions. I agree. The ritual is complete. Are you ready to partake in the final feast, my dearest wife? suppose this is the end. I'll always accept the consequences that accompany my choices. What about you? Do you regret rewriting your fate so you could live as a mortal? All right then. For mortals, death is inevitable. And although we could never share the same beginning, I believe, at the very least, we can share our deaths. Just so you're aware, no one wanted me in Sylus. Yet it's you who awakened me, the person who blesses me. It must be you. Did you lose your magic and voice already? Now I have truly been born into this world, with you in it. I'll remember that. You truly have no regrets. From the moment we're born to when we breathe our last, we shall inevitably walk the same path. It's the greatest blessing for us. You lost.
It doesn't matter if you've defeated the fiends here. This place is Fate's graveyard where only incomplete souls can exist. No matter how powerful you are, you're still no different from us. My soul was plundered long ago. I only had the instinct to kill. And you, Sylus, where is the other half of your soul?
The other half.
Your immortality isn't the result of divine favor. It's because half of an immortal soul is trapped inside your body. This isn't a blessing. It's a curse. So long as that immortal half remains within you, you cannot meet death's sweet embrace. You'll only be greeted by endless torment as you're repeatedly torn apart. The only method. You must enter the sacred core and rewrite your fate.
We must offer half our soul to the other. They'll be merged to forge an unbreakable bond. You don't need to be afraid of anything. I will find you, and we shall inevitably walk the same path. The world we find ourselves in doesn't matter. Are you willing to let it become your eternal curse? It doesn't matter. I will recognize you, and will be the same. Two kindred spirits. And then, we'll begin our new life together.